The 3 top reasons that people fail in business. If you're just starting off in a new business venture and you're thinking to yourself, I want to avoid all the pitfalls I possibly can, in this video, I'm going to break down to you the top 3 things that destroy businesses, that they're going to destroy your business goals and hopes and dreams quicker than you can say business, okay? My name is the infamous Joel, and in 2019, I came home from doing 7 years in prison. Not to mention, I never graduated high school. I had drug problems, I had alcohol problems, you name it. I was a criminal, all kinds of stuff, okay? So I'm kind of qualified to talk about this subject because I came from absolutely nothing and built and grew a successful online business. And you don't have to be very special, but there are some things you need to look out for and make sure you avoid at all costs, or you will fail 100%. Number 1, and here's the most important thing in just my opinion and only my opinion. It's not your opinion. It's not Mark Cuban's opinion. It's my opinion. Number 1 to me is your surroundings. Who are you hanging around? Who is in your corner? Let me break that down, because when I first started, my family and people close to me weren't very supportive. It was very, very tough. I'm not saying you can't succeed, but it's really, really hard if every single day you have naysayers around you. Maybe it might be your spouse, maybe it might be your kids, maybe it might be your parents, maybe it might be some of your best friends that are telling you, you know, this is too risky, it's a scam, it's horrible, it's whatever, you shouldn't be doing this. You can't have that in your corner. It makes it so freaking hard, okay? You want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So how do you fix that? Because you might be saying, infamous Joel, that sounds all well and good, but this is my family. I live with them. You know, this is who I'm around 24/7. I would avoid talking to them about your business pretty much whenever I can, okay? If they ask about it, that's one thing, but just avoid talking to them altogether. And instead, beautiful, wonderful thing that we have nowadays, social media. Go out into social media, join my Facebook group down in the description below if you need a community of people who are like-minded, people who support each other's goals, people who support each other's dreams. That's one of the main things that's going to help you big time. Hang around people doing either the same as you or better. And by that I mean maybe they have the same ambitions, they have the same goals, they boost you up, they lift you up, they want you to do well because they want to do well too. And they don't shoot down or poo-poo all over your hopes and dreams and everything you're trying to do. Because that's just another layer, okay? Business is hard in and of itself. It's just hard. I don't care who you are, where you come from. I didn't go to school. I don't have any kind of formal education. But even someone with an MBA who got, 10 years of college for business and stuff, it's still hard. It's hard no matter who you are. But it makes it 10 times harder when you have a very unsupportive surrounding, when you have very unsupportive people around you. So the way that you get around that is get around a community, get around me, send me a friend request. I'll send you, all kinds of motivational tips and tricks and speeches every day, whatever I can do. I just want to help you out. So reach out to people in my community, reach out to me, whatever. But you need someone to talk to, you can confide in, that you can say, hey, I'm having a tough time, I have some ideas, whatever, that doesn't shoot that stuff down, that doesn't discourage you. You need encouragement. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to put aside this idea of perfection. It does not exist, okay? There is no such thing in the entrepreneurship business world for you to come out of the gate and just be perfect from day one. I think we live in a society, and this is just my opinion, we live in a society where most people were programmed and indoctrinated and grew up in the school system, which did train you to be perfect. You had to get every question right, you had to get straight A's, otherwise you were bad, right? You were wrong, you were a dumb, you were a horrible person. So people getting into business often still have shreds of that programming, still have those ideas in their head that if I screw up, if I do something wrong, if I make a mistake, that's bad and I'm gonna fail and I feel stupid and I'm horrible. But the thing is, in the business world, mistakes aren't mistakes that are like deadly. You're not going to die. You're not going to fail. You're not going to flunk out of class. All that's going to happen is you're going to learn. That's all that's going to happen. In business, unlike in school and maybe at your job, mistakes are a good thing. That's actually how you get better at the craft. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to try new things, because that's how you're going to sharpen your skills, sharpen your business, get better at what you do over time. So this mentality that I always have to be perfect and I have to be right 100% of the time, all it's going to do is lead to analysis paralysis, where you're trying desperately so hard to be perfect and constantly looking up information because of this false narrative you have in your head that there's some perfect way to do it. There isn't. get out of the starting gate, but focus mostly on not perfection, instead, consistency. Consistency is the name of the game, especially if you have an online business. If you're not perfect, but you're consistent, you're going to beat your competition every single day of the week. There's nobody who can compete with someone who's very consistent, okay? And number 3, last but not least, I alluded to it earlier, but get yourself a mentor. Not courses, not information on YouTube, not Google every little thing. Get yourself a mentor. Not because you're going to avoid mistakes altogether and be absolutely perfect. Absolutely not. It's because you need someone to hold your feet to the fire. Let me explain. As human beings, we are really, really good at setting goals. We're not so good at getting to those goals and keeping ourselves accountable. We're not very good at that. If we were, everybody would have 5% body fat, would be ripped to shreds, right? We'd all have 6-pack abs and we'd be amazing, right? Some people can do it. Some people can self-manage. Other people need some kind of a fitness coach, a dietitian, someone to keep them accountable. And that is the value of having a business mentor. It's just someone to keep you accountable. Someone that when those days that you have family, friends putting you down, they can lift you up, right? Those days that you're stuck because you're thinking you're making a really bad decision, you're not feeling like you're doing the perfect thing, they can assure you, hey, stay consistent. Here's some tips and some advice, some things to look out for, and you can supersede all of the mistakes you would have made and all of the problems you would have had if you didn't have a mentor. He's been there, he's done it. He can just show you the way. That's it. You can skip all the way to the success part. And the best part of all is business is tough. Business is hard no matter who you are. There is no easy buttons. There's no flick a switch and everybody becomes a millionaire. But having a mentor there who can walk you through the whole thing, and you're having these normal ups and downs in your business every day, they can ensure you, hey, this is part of the process. It's okay. You're having a tough day. Take a day off, breathe, come back tomorrow. Let's do this again. And that's it. I had a mentor when I first started, and it was like ridiculous. Okay, it was like night and day. I tried so many courses. I tried being here on YouTube 24/7. I tried so many things. I tried to figure it out on my own. And by all means, you can do that. It's just going to take you a really, really long time and be willing to take a lot of lumps and mistakes along the way and figure it out all on your own. But for some people like myself, once I got a mentor, it was like boom. You know, it was like day and night. I won't say overnight, but overnight I did have an easy understanding of this is the plan, this is what I need to do, and this is how I get to my goals. And every time that I had a problem, I went to my mentor. Every time that I had a tough day, I went to my mentor. And that kind of holding your feet to the fire, holding you accountable, that whole system, I would trade millions of dollars for that if I could. Okay, it's freaking amazing what that brings back to your life, how it enriches your life. And that's it. If you do these 3 things and you watch out for not having a mentor, having negative people around you, and being unwilling to make mistakes, you watch out for those 3 pitfalls, then you are going to be successful at business. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. With that being said, if you do want a mentor, click on the link in the description below. I have a whole mentorship program where I walk you through everything, and you can get started with your own affiliate marketing online business and make income easily because I'm walking you through it, right? We're working hand in hand. I'm the infamous Joel, and I'm out.